Pendings more than doubled last week, but closings dropped again. Is this a start of a new trend? More homes under contract and fewer closings? What's really happening? Well, we're going to find out right now on this week's Monday Market Snapshot as we look at the latest housing data from the beautiful Central Coast of California. In today's update, I will cover what's driving this shift. Plus, in the second half, we're going to go over all the new listings from last week. I'll do a screen share and you can see everything that's been coming up here on the Central Coast. So if you're planning or even just thinking of buying a home before 2026, these are the trends that you want to be paying attention to. If we haven't met yet, my name is Denise Dresbach, and I am a California licensed real estate agent, and I am reporting today from Morro Bay, California. And yes, it is a beautiful, foggy morning. Let's get started. We're going to dive right into the coastal side of things. And when I say coastal, I'm talking about the following locations: Morro Bay, Cayucos, Cambria, Los Osos, and the southern areas like Pismo Beach, Avila Beach, Arroyo Grande, Grover Beach, and Oceano. So this is my Central Coast numbers that I focus on, and we do this weekly. So if you're subscribed, you're going to hear this every week, and I'm open to hearing any and all feedback. Please comment below and let me know what's missing or what could be removed. Okay, so active number of coastal properties right now, that number has gone down. So that means buyers are absorbing inventory, and the active number is 254 as of today, October 20th, 2025. And prior weeks, 276, 262, all in the 260s kind of. So we're coming back down to 254 total, and that means there are 254 active properties available for you to take a look at. The price changes in the last 7 days, that's gone up a little bit from our prior update, and there were 27 in the last 7 days. Most of those are price reductions. And for new and active coming soon properties, past 7 days, there were 27 actually 27 new listings that came on. And in the second part of this video, we're going to screen share and just kind of take a look at what's going on out there and what those 27 properties are. 3 of those are coming soon. Now for pending and under contract, as I mentioned, that more than doubled from our prior update. There were 29 pending last week, and that is the highest number that I've ever reported since I started reporting this number here on the Real Property View back in like March or something like that. So 29 pending properties last week, pending and under contract. Now for closed, that number dropped and there were only 11. So there were 11 last week that closed, and that is a low number. In October 6th, when I reported the prior 7 days, there were 31 closings. So quite a drop right now, and we are getting closer to the end of October. And as soon as we hit November, as soon as we hit like Halloween, it's holiday time, right? So I suspect that we will see a lot of these numbers coming down. So if you're one of these people who want to purchase something before the end of 2026, now's the time to get in. And those closed numbers at 11, out of those closed, actually the median days on market, 9 days. So some people are moving pretty fast here. Now there's only 11 properties to look at this data for, and 9 is the median. The average number was 40. And for the median closed price for those 11, that dropped down under $1 million again. So that was 915,000. So prior update was over $1 million, and we kind of teeter underneath $1 million, over $1 million. Sometimes it shoots up a little higher, sometimes it drops. So 915,000 was that median across all those coastal locations that I mentioned. If we're looking at the pending, active and under contract and pending, the median was 43 and 46 days. So I'm talking about active and under contract in one bucket and pending in another. And they're very similar, 43 and 46 days. And I do believe that the median price for the active under contract was over 1.2 million. And then the median for the current pending was only 800,000, 799. So that'll be interesting to see over the coming weeks what the closed median price will be and days on market and how many actually will close, because we do have almost 30 pending from past week. And so, in the next 30 days or so, we'll start to see those close depending on what type of deals they are and things like that. So let's take a look at the active number of SLO County, San Luis Obispo County, the entire county, 678. So that has also dropped, obviously, just like the coastal numbers. So our active number of properties are dropping, but you do have 678 across the entire county to take a look at. And if at any time you're thinking, hey, you know what, I do want to look at properties, or I want to know what's out there, or I just have a couple of questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can comment below, start the conversation that way, or if you'd like, you can call, text, email. All that information is available in the description below. I have it pinned in a comment, and usually it's somewhere on the screen. Okay, so 678 active as of today, October 20th, 2025. And for price changes, that number went down a little bit from our prior update. There were 65 price changes. From prior update, I said 74. So price changes, those are still happening, of course. And one more stat that we're going to take a look at, and then we'll get into those new listings, is canceled, expired, withdrawn, and hold. So there were 44 of those in the past week, and that is the highest. And I just started tracking this number end of July. So we did see 43 at the beginning of October, but most of the time it's been, in the teens up to 30s. So 44 in the past week, and 9 of those were cancellations. The rest of them were expired, withdrawn, or put on hold. So as we get to the end of the year, you probably will see more of this kind of thing going on, because people might want to just put things on hold, or if it expires, they might relist in spring because, winter's more of a slower time and there's less availability. But we'll find out, won't we? Okay, so now let's take a look at those new listings. All right, so here is my screen, and I am sharing with you some public data from CRMLS. That's the California MLS that I belong to, that is providing these public active listings that all came on to the market in the past 7 days. So 27 in the past 7 days from today, which is October 20th. I do want to mention a couple of things, little housekeeping, as they say. One, these are not my listings. I am simply sharing this information with you so you know what has come on the market. You can get an idea of location, prices, sizes, all that fun stuff. And these listings are provided by CRMLS, as well as the brokerages, agents that are actually listing these properties. So they're not my listings. I have to make that very clear so I can share this information with you. Another thing I want to say is this link is a public link that I have included in the description. So if you want to take a look at that at a later time or whenever you want, that is available down below, and you can just click on that, and that will show you the 7 days from today, which is the 20th. If you want more data, you want to see everything in Cambria, you want to see everything in Morro Bay, or just everything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I can send you all that information. I can whittle it down to, 2 and 3 bedrooms in Morro Bay or anything with an ocean view. So don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to get that going for you. And it can be pretty hands-off. I can have it go to your email, and then you can just see what's coming every week. Or you can subscribe to this channel, and I go over this every week on Monday, the Monday Market Snapshot. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start up at the top here, and we are looking in Cambria. So in Cambria, it looks like I see 2 homes that came on the market last week. And one of those we actually already talked about in the prior update. It was, I think, a coming soon. But let's talk about that one first, because I can see that there are now some photos. So this is a cabin, it's stated, under 600,000 in Cambria. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and it's under 500 square feet. And if we take a look at the details here, you can see that it is called the Geranium Cottage. Very nice. And it's a step back in time. So you've got this cute cottage. You can live in this, maybe do some updates as you go. But what a charming little place here for $595,000 right there in Cambria. And if I take a look at the map, I'll just zoom in a little closer. You can see obviously the blue here, that's the Pacific, and the green here is Fiscalini. And then you have Highway 1 running right through the middle of Cambria. And this one is located here, so pretty close to access to Highway 1, and then of course Main Street, so you can get to East Village and then West Village, and obviously you're close to Fiscalini and the beach and all that good stuff. So great location for that one for under $600,000, not something you see very often. So that would be a fun place to take a look at. And then we see another one here. This one is listed as a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, over 2,300 square feet. And this one is $1,785,000. Beautiful grounds and nice paved driveway there. And it looks like it's got multiple levels. I see a sunroom, and it says 1+ acre site in sunny and sought after Pine Knolls. Pine Knolls is a beautiful neighborhood in Cambria. And if you're not familiar with neighborhoods, I will link my Cambria playlist, and I go over all the details there. But if you have any questions directly, you just want to ask, you want to skip all that video, please do reach out. So this one looks lovely, and lots of wood accents and little conversation corners, and just love the sunroom, so you can let in all that beautiful natural light with that lovely warm wood. $1,785,000 in Cambria. And again, that one is up here. This is the Pine Knolls area, and you're very close to the West Village. So you can just slide right down the hill to Main Street. You'll be downtown Cambria, and then you can get to Moonstone Beach and everything else that Cambria has to offer. So beautiful properties there, just 2 of them from the past week. So a couple of options, opposite end of the price range there, but something for everybody. Let's go on down the coast past Harmony. Let's look at Cayucos and see if we have anything there. I don't see anything that has been reported or I should say listed in Cayucos. So we're going to go straight to Morro Bay. No Cayucos new properties in the past week. It is quite possible that something came on and then was pending right away, but I don't remember seeing anything. So let's check out Morro Bay. So we are in North Morro Bay here. You can see up at the top, and I'm going to take a look first at this one for $659,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 680 square feet, and it's listed for $659,000. It's in North Morro Bay, and it says 2-bedroom, 1-bath, sun-filled 1958 beach house. Looks like you've got a nice flat spot to park, a little front patio, and and it does look nice and light, bright, natural light there. Under $660,000, that's 680 square feet, and the yard looks like it's ready for your personal touches. Nice empty spot for you to go in and do your thing. So it even has some laundry there, it looks like. $659,000, that's in North Morro Bay. And then let's take a look at this one. So this one, a little bit more, $745,000, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 840 square feet, and this coastal cottage with a hint of ocean view. So it says it blends beachside character with modern comfort. Another one that's got a nice flat parking spot there with a carport this time, and it looks like it's got a little garage and a front porch to hang out on. And then it did mention that it does have a little hint of ocean view, so that's nice. It's pointing out that you're close to Del Mar Park, and then there's a view of the park. And oh, what a nice place. Nice tall ceilings. You've got the wood accents, looks move-in ready. It mentions something about bamboo flooring that runs throughout, so that's nice. And then you've got that open kitchen to living and dining. 2-bedroom, 1 full bath for $745,000. And then it's got a nice little backyard here. It looks like it's got a deck and then some gravel. Okay, so let's head down the row here, and we've got another one here just for $749,000. And let's see, another 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So if you've been looking for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath in North Morro Bay, you've got a few options. And if you're not working with an agent, we can talk, we can set up a tour, and we can just go to each one by one. I'll schedule them all up for you, and we can check them out. So let's take a look at this. Under $750,000, this is the 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 864 square feet. And this one has got, looks like a newer fence here, another hangout spot in front. That's always very important. And it says just minutes from the sand. It definitely looks move-in ready. It looks like it's got some carpet and nice tile flooring. And another one that's got a lot of natural, beautiful light coming in through those windows. Light colored cabinets here, and it's got a beachy feel to it. $749,000 for that one. And let's see, it says bar seating up to 6, casual dining, updated interiors, a whole bunch of stuff here already done for you under $750,000 in North Morro Bay. And then just up the street for $100,000 more, there's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So you need a little bit more space. This would be a good one to check out. Same neighborhood. This one's got, looks like it's got plenty of parking, and it is in, it says, one of Morro Bay's most sought after neighborhoods. Morro Del Mar community, charming 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-story home. And it looks like it's got some carpet, move-in ready, open kitchen. And let's see what else we got. It does mention that offers incredible potential and coastal views of Morro Rock and the Pacific Ocean through gated front entry. So we've got some move-in ready under $850,000 with some views and a little bit of potential, so you can update a couple of things and have your beautiful 4-bedroom, 2-bath beach house in North Morro Bay. All right, so let's scooch on down this way. This is the rock right here on the left-hand side, just so you can get an idea where we're at. And we're heading towards Embarcadero, downtown Morro Bay. I don't see anything coming up from the past week here, unfortunately. So we're just going to head down to Los Osos. Let's see what we got in Los Osos. Okay, so zooming on in here, it looks like there's about 4 properties in Los Osos. You can see here is Sweet Springs right here, and then you have Baywood Park, and then this main boulevard comes from Morro Bay into Los Osos. So first we're going to check out this one for $1,295,000. You got another 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and it looks like it's just under 2,000 square feet. Nice flat parking again, and you do see a garage there with low maintenance landscape. Sometimes it's very hard for me to say that sentence, so I slow down. Low maintenance landscape, 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. And it says that it was thoughtfully renovated in 2015, 2016. So you've got refreshed interior paint as well, and then a bunch of other things here. Nice floors, nice wood, warm fixtures here, or cabinets, and this one is just under 1.3. So you do have almost 2,000 square feet and plenty of space if you've been looking for 4-bedroom, nice laundry room there. And then another low maintenance landscape back here. It looks like you could probably add some nice landscaping here up at the top of the cement and just hang out in the sun. And looks like it's got some decent privacy as well. So another one with some space and, you know, brighten up the patio a little bit with your own touches. It's ready for you. Okay, so next one, and this one here, it's $725, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So if you need that second bath, this one says it's got 2 baths. Let's take a look at that 1,200 square foot home. And it is 2 full bath. That's nice. It's got a nice little patio here. And this is a single level. Definitely looks like it's move-in ready. And another one with some nice tall ceilings and warm natural light coming in to this area. It's got a mix of carpet and maybe like a laminate floor or wood floor there. And it mentions that it is near hiking trails, the bay, scenic open spaces, local preserves, and on and on. So, you know, when you're in Los Osos, you are located to all that stuff. It's not the biggest town in the world. So you do have access to a bunch of stuff, and what a lovely home. There. Here is one for $799, and I think there's actually 2. Okay, so what we have here, I'm seeing 2 duplexes for sale. It looks like they're right next door to each other or nearby. And we'll just take a look at the first one here. 4-bedroom, 4-bath. So it's a duplex, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. almost what, 24.58 for square feet. And there aren't any pictures really, just this first one here, but it does mention that there are 2 separate duplexes near downtown Los Osos. So if you're looking for income producing, or perhaps you want to live in one, rent out the other, or, you know, sky's the limit there. There are actually 2 of these available, and the price for this is $800,000. So you do get 2-bedroom, 2 2-bedroom units here. And then of course there's another one. So if you have the money to invest, maybe you can have 2 duplexes, and it's kind of like you got a 4-plex. $799 for that, and it looks like both of them are $799, so very similar in size and price. Yeah, so that is it for Los Osos. You got some income opportunity, house hacking opportunity. You got this big 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, and then this cute 725 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So let's zoom out of Los Osos a little bit, and we're going to go on down past Montana de Oro, and we're going to head south. Okay, so south, Avila Beach. We see 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,100, over 2,100 square feet. And for this one in Avila, let's see, Skylark Meadows home. Primary bedroom is on the main level, and this is in the gated community of San Luis Bay Estates. And I do believe we took a look at this one last week. It was probably coming soon. But yeah, beautiful home there in Avila Beach, $1,480,000. You get just over 2,100 square feet. It's definitely a move-in ready home with tile. I see gas fireplace, and what a nice, spacious, open, natural light kitchen. With lots of beautiful sun coming in here. Love the gas fireplace. But that is what we're seeing in Avila Beach right now from the past week. If you want to hear about other Avila Beach listings, let me know. I'll be happy to provide. All right, so now we're going to head down over here, and I see a bunch of new properties from the past week here. Let's take a look at this one first. This is a coming soon. So today's the 20th of October. On the 27th, we can schedule to go take a look at this one. $1,150,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. And if we zoom in, you can see it's located right here next to Dinosaur Caves Park. And so you're very close to the coast. We can take a closer look here. 900 square feet. So it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath with 900 square feet. And there's no pictures, just the front here. But you are in that sought after community of Shell Beach. So you do have 2 blocks from the ocean. So that's coming soon, October 27th. And as we head on down to Pismo Heights area and downtown, let's take a look at this downtown. Coming soon, October 25th. This is a condominium. 3 bedrooms, 3-bath, over 1,800, almost 1,900 square feet. And you are walking distance to the beach, just a few steps, it looks like. Mediterranean style condo. And you're less than a block from the iconic Pismo Pier. And let's just kind of see what kind of pictures we have. And there's definitely a whole bunch of pictures here. Mediterranean style, move-in ready to go. This does look quite familiar. 3 full bath. So it does mention a bunch of updates here that it has, and all the information is in the description, but it does mention something about maybe it could be an income generating licensed vacation rental. So there are some things to look into there if that's something that you want. So you want to have something that you can visit, but you also want to rent so you can help pay for those costs of living by the beach. Okay, so let's see what we got over here. I'm going to go on to the other side of 101. And there's a home here for 4-bedroom, 4-bath, over 2,500 square feet, listed just under 1.9. And this one is multi-level Mediterranean style home offering breathtaking ocean views and plenty of space. So just under 1.9, and it's definitely got those tall ceilings when you first walk in. Nice fireplace there, open kitchen. Definitely a move-in ready property. And you do have 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, plus a half bath, and over 2,500 square feet there. And it did mention it's got new carpet and paint and a new furnace. That's lovely. So it does say, it mentions enjoy expansive ocean vistas from multiple decks and recently resealed. So what a great place to go check out if you want to have those beautiful views and a bunch of space. 1,895,000. So down the way here, I see something under 900,000. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,100 square feet. I like to check my microphone every once in a while. And this one's 869. And let's take a closer look at this. You got a 2-car garage, it looks like, and you got carpet and some nice natural light coming in here. It's got a beachy feel, and definitely nice to have that 2 full bathroom here. And it says stunning ocean views from nearly every angle. So you get ocean views from every angle under $870,000. And look at this nice deck space as well. And then up the way here, there's one under $1 million. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,180 square feet. And for this one, let's take a look. It's spacious 4-bedroom, 2-bath in a desirable neighborhood, great school district. Property combines 2180 per square feet. Let's take a look here. It does mention something about having functional layout with 2 comfortable living areas. So that's nice if you need that space under $1 million. This one's active now, and it's got, looks like carpet and a bunch of different colors going throughout. Nice dining and kitchen open area with a nice deck out there. And all for under $1 million there in Pismo. Okay, so we are going to pop over. I think this one's probably Arroyo Grande. So I'm going to pop over 101 and go towards the beach again. So here's one for $1,050,000. That's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, over 2,100 square feet. And this one, it's 2 full bath, by the way. And this one's got looks like it's got plenty of parking, low maintenance landscape, and some beautiful views from this property. We did see this one last week. It's got some great big windows there to take a look out at those views. And the lot size, it says 11,500 square feet with distant ocean views and inviting outdoor living. It did have a renovation recently. It says 2324, and that one's listed for $1,050,000. And then that one actually is located in Arroyo Grande. So we head this way and we take a look at these 2 in Grover Beach, and these 2 properties are actually very similar. One's listed for $1,399,000, and then the other is just over 1.4. Both of these properties appear to have about 1,900 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 full and 1 half bath. They've got rooftop decks, low maintenance landscaping, and they're newer builds. So you've got a lot of things covered here. Check out that view from the rooftop right there in Grover Beach. And these have been on the market, it looks like, for 5 days, and everything is new and fresh. So if you've been looking for a newer build in Grover Beach, this would be a great couple of properties to check out. They're available and listed, like I said, very close together, just under 1.4 and just over 1.4. So that's those 2 there. And then this one we already talked about. We're going to head down this direction, and I'm going to go take a look at this $3.8 million home. I think I've got it open here. So this home is beachside retreat, fully rebuilt with vacation rental license in place. It's got 5 bedrooms, 3 full, 1 half bath. It's over 3,100 square feet, and it says it has incredible ocean views from multiple levels. And as you can see, it is definitely renovated. It's got a lot of fresh, look at that fresh view. It's got ocean view and fresh everything for $3,799,900. So definitely something to check out. It's as it's mentioned, it's a vacation, it has a vacation rental license in place. So we'd want to do some investigations and see if that's something that can be transferable. But, you know, if you saw that location, it is basically right on the beach. So that's there for just under 3.8. And then if we scooch in this way a little bit, we're going to check out this home for $835,000. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So if you're not in the market for a $3.8 million home, perhaps 835 is more your style. This one's 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And the square feet on this is 1,104. Nice parking. and another low maintenance landscape. And also it says 1 full and 1 3/4 bath. So nice move-in ready home with some, looks like wood floors or some type of wood type floors, and tile in the kitchen. It's got a sunny yellow color going there and some nice beachy blue grays. But of course, paint is not permanent. And so if that's not your style, hey, easily redone. So it's got more of that low maintenance landscape back there. And it definitely looks like it has some kind of an extra studio in the back. So that's where you get that 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And so it does mention it's a 2-unit property, 5 minutes to the beach, for perfect for multi-generational living, or if you want to work from home space, that would be cool if this was your office. Or you can live in one and rent out the other. So bunch of options with this one, with that back ADU. And this is $835,000 right there in Grover Beach. So that's a great option for someone looking to house hack or just make a little extra, or if you just want the guest space for people who come and visit you because you live by the beach. All right, let's take a look at this one now. This is a multi-level, two levels it looks like, under 840. This is 3-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 1,600 square feet. And it's 2 full, 1 half bath. It's got that 2-car garage, plenty of driveway parking, tall ceilings, move-in ready, under 840,000 in Arroyo Grande. Nice tall ceilings. And then if we go head this way towards the hospital, you can see that big red H. There's one for 1,350,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, over 2,000 square feet. And that one, if we take a closer look, looks familiar. Is this the one that has the little pool in the back? Let's take a look. Move-in ready. Some nice tile and wood floors. I guess this is not the one with that I was thinking about, but oh wow, look at that outdoor barbecue, outdoor, just a nice Arroyo Grande gem, as it says. So you've got a 3rd-acre lot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath residence, and a detached ADU with its own bath. So another situation where you can do rental, or perhaps you want space for your guests. You obviously have that party spot out in the yard. So 1,350,000 there in Arroyo Grande. And then over here by the hospital, here's one coming soon, October 24th, 825,000 for a 2-bedroom, 3-bath. And this one is how much? 1473 for square feet. Definitely looks move-in ready, nicely decorated. And it also has that outdoor spot, nice string lights, and a little gas fireplace. Just 4 photos for you, just a little tease, it looks like. And that one is coming soon, so they'll probably have more photos as we get closer to the time that it's available. But guess what? Today's the 20th, so in 4 days we can take a look at this one. 2-bedroom, 3-bath in Arroyo Grande. Very close to hospital, and then right up here you can get to the village. Okay, so $875 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, again in Arroyo Grande. And this one, 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, over 1,500 square feet, almost 1,550. It's got a nice quiet cul-de-sac, lovely. Open kitchen to living and dining, and definitely a move-in for $875 in Arroyo Grande. Says it's an amazing family-friendly neighborhood, single-level home, and you got that 2-car garage, and it says a spacious backyard as well. So this definitely looks like a nice move-in ready home for you over there in Arroyo Grande. And this one is active now. So $875, under 900,000 there. And again, on that, looks like on a cul-de-sac, so probably a nice quiet location. Okay, let's move on down the line here. I see one for $859, another coming soon. So October 22nd, in just a couple of days. This one's over 1,800, getting close to 1,900 square feet. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It looks like it has some RV parking space up front there. And this one is completely remodeled in 2007. You got multiple levels. I see an upstairs deck there. That's nice. And definitely move-in ready. It's got the beach look all ready to go. And it says it has a separate 900 square foot studio, workshop, and drive-through garage. So some really fun things with this property. Nice sunny views off the top there, and ready to go. Under 860,000 right there in Oceano. So that's where we're at there down at the bottom. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit And I think that's it for this side of 101. We're going to pop over to the other side. I saw something over there. And here it is, 2.4, 2,399,000, a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, over 3,500 square foot home. And it says redesigned luxury home with ocean views in the front and valley in the back. So you got this nice grand driveway, landscaping's all set, plenty of parking, multiple garages, hangout spot, and beautiful views up there. Gosh, I can imagine, especially like, okay, sunset views, gorgeous. And then when there's like a storm rolling through or something like that, I bet that's a really nice spot to, hey, covered spot right out here to watch that storm. And so that one's listed for $2,399,000, ready to go for you there in Arroyo Grande. Beautiful property. Beautiful. Everything's beautiful, huh? Okay, so let's zoom out and check and see if we got anything else that we missed. And you know what? If you want to see not just the last 7 days, you want to see everything, let me know. Well, that's going to do it for the new listings in this past week. And remember, if you're subscribed, we do this every week. I also usually talk about the homes that I tour, and I didn't get to do that last week because I was in inspections all day. So if you're subscribed, usually there's a Monday Market Snapshot and then open house tours. And then also sprinkled in, I'm adding the Central Coast locations and all about the neighborhoods and things like that. So check out those playlists because I already have things like Cambria, Morro Bay, and Los Osos. So Cayucos is next. And if you're interested in learning more about Cayucos, make sure you're subscribed because I will be doing that in the next month or two. So thank you so much for being here. And remember, if there's any information that you're looking for, you just want to chat about real estate, or if you want me to set you up on an alert, I am here for you. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.